At the end of the day, I think he was not fleeing a crime scene. I think he believed that he was fleeing for his life.
I was a victim of a shooting that night in the club, December 27th, 1999, shot in the face by Sean Puffy Combs. I was an innocent bystander.
Have you ever wondered what secrets celebrities keep tucked away far from the spotlight? Get ready, because this story is about to shake the foundations of Hollywood. Imagine this. Jennifer Lopez, iconic performer, beloved superstar, and the definition of a triple threat, finally speaking out about the explosive truth behind her turbulent relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. That's right, the same Diddy, now entangled in a storm of legal controversy. The revelations, absolutely shocking. The tension, off the charts. And the drama, scorching hot. Buckle up.
Weapons charges. The defendants are charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree and third degrees for the possession of loaded 9mm guns.
It all started in the late 90s, when Jennifer Lopez and Sean Diddy Combs were the ultimate power couple, dominating red carpets, swarmed by paparazzi and turning heads with their matching designer fits. On the surface, their relationship was the epitome of glitz and glamour. But behind the scenes, it was a far cry from the fairy tale. Rumors of heated arguments, wild nights, and whispered accusations followed them everywhere. And then came the night that changed everything, the infamous 1999 Club New York incident. That night, J.Lo and Diddy found themselves in the middle of chaos that spiraled out of control. They were out partying at the Manhattan hotspot with Diddy's entourage when tensions erupted. Suddenly, shots rang out. 3 people were injured in the mayhem. Panic set in. The couple bolted from the scene, only to be chased down by the police. When their car was stopped, officers allegedly discovered a firearm inside. Just like that, the glamorous duo were splashed across every front page for all the wrong reasons.
Charges against me are 100% false. Hopefully, due to time, we'll start to see that. Thank you very much.
While Jennifer was quickly cleared of any wrongdoing, the scandal clung to Diddy like a shadow. He faced charges, went to trial, and against the odds, walked away with an acquittal, leaving many to question how he managed to sidestep serious consequences. But here's where things get really interesting. For years, quiet whispers have echoed behind the scenes, suggesting that Diddy used his clout and connections to steer the narrative in his favor and shield himself from accountability. Now, with new allegations emerging, those whispers are growing louder, more like sirens demanding to be heard.
I watched them bow. Both of them fired, and the muzzle flash was like, psh, psh. Shine's muzzle flash was a little higher. He was on the side closest to the bar.
Fast forward to today, and Diddy is drowning in a tidal wave of lawsuits and explosive accusations that paint a damning picture of his past. But the real buzz, it's all about Jennifer Lopez and the rumors that she may finally be ready to break her silence. Whispers are flying that J.Lo is preparing to take the stand, ready to reveal what she witnessed during her time with Diddy. And insiders say this isn't just about that infamous night at Devi's. At Club New York, this goes way deeper. For years, there have been murmurs that Diddy held something over Jennifer, something powerful enough to keep her silent. Could it be true? Could one of the industry's most influential figures have used fear and manipulation to keep his secrets buried? And if so, what exactly does J.Lo know? The speculation is wild, but one thing is certain. If she testifies, her revelations could send shockwaves not just through Hollywood, but across the entire entertainment world. To make matters even more intense, new evidence has recently surfaced, this time from one of the long silent victims of the Club New York shooting. This individual, who's been quietly seeking justice for years, now claims to have damning information that ties Diddy directly to a cover-up. The details are still coming into focus, but if true, this could be the smoking gun that blows the entire case wide open. And with Jennifer Lopez's name now back in the spotlight, the stakes have never been higher.
I got hit right here, in my nose, in between my eyes, which means I'm facing directly at you. Just like I'm looking at you and I can tell you got on black shade.
Let's not forget Jennifer Lopez's relationship with Diddy was anything but smooth, even without the legal chaos. The couple was a constant fixture in the tabloids, making waves with their fiery arguments and dramatic makeups. Forget those infamous photos of them clashing at star-studded parties, or the reports of J.Lo leaving events in tears. Their romance was magnetic, messy, and impossible to look away from, but behind all the glitz, the reality was far more painful. Over the years, Jennifer has dropped subtle hints in interviews, peeling back the curtain just enough to reveal the emotional toll that chapter of her life took. She's spoken about feeling stuck, questioning her path, and coming to the painful realization that she couldn't build a future with someone who left her feeling so unstable and unsure. And now, with time and perspective, it's becoming increasingly clear there may have been much more going on behind closed doors than anyone ever knew.
I watched him shoot me. So, not to digress, it always bugs me when people say, how can you be sure?
Let's not forget Jennifer Lopez's relationship with Diddy was anything but smooth, even without the legal chaos. The couple was a constant fixture in the tabloids, making waves with their fiery arguments and dramatic makeups. Forget those infamous photos of them clashing at star-studded parties, or the reports of J.Lo leaving events in tears. Their romance was magnetic, messy, and impossible to look away from, but behind all the glitz, the reality was far more painful. Over the years, Jennifer has dropped subtle hints in interviews, peeling back the curtain just enough to reveal the emotional toll that chapter of her life took. She's spoken about feeling stuck, questioning her path, and coming to the painful realization that she couldn't build a future with someone who left her feeling so unstable and unsure. And now, with time and perspective, it's becoming increasingly clear there may have been much more going on behind closed doors than anyone ever knew.
I was conscious. I was fully aware. I looked to the side and I saw this guy laying on the floor. And under the lip.
What makes this saga even more compelling is how it seems to intersect with Jennifer Lopez's current personal life. As many fans know, she's recently made headlines following her high-profile split from Ben Affleck. The pair, who famously rekindled their romance after nearly 2 decades apart, have once again gone their separate ways, this time under a cloud of rumors and speculation. With whispers of tension and unresolved issues swirling, some are starting to wonder, could J.Lo's decision to finally confront her past have played a role in the breakup? Adding yet another layer to the unfolding drama is Jennifer's unexpected connection to several lawsuits involving Diddy and his associates. While she hasn't been accused of any wrongdoing, her name appearing in close proximity to these explosive cases has definitely raised some eyebrows. Could it be that J.Lo holds crucial information, pieces of the puzzle that could blow the entire situation wide open? And if that's the case, what's kept her from coming forward all these years?
How old are you at this?
I'm 42 and 43 next month.
And at this time with Diddy,
it's probably 19. Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves, at least not yet. Right now, the spotlight is firmly fixed on Jennifer Lopez, as the world holds its breath, waiting to see if she'll take the stand and finally break the silence that shrouded this saga for so long. Will she reveal what really happened that night at Club New York? Will she expose the alleged blackmail and coercion that's been whispered about for years? And most importantly, could her testimony be the final nail in the coffin for Sean Diddy Combs? Picture it. After decades of rumors, speculation, and carefully controlled narratives, one of the music industry's most powerful and most controversial figures is finally being confronted. Not by just one voice, but by a rising chorus of people ready to speak their truth. And at the center of that growing storm is Moses Shine Baroa, former protege of Diddy's, now pulling back the curtain on a world of secrets, manipulation, and deeply buried truths. His story reads like a Hollywood screenplay: fame, betrayal, redemption. Now Shine is speaking out, shedding light on what really went down behind the scenes during his time with the bad boy mogul. And let's just say, the picture he's painting is far from glamorous.
That night.
But I think your fans in some ways believe you were wrong, not just by the legal system, but also by the industry.
And then there's the ripple effect. If Jennifer Lopez decides to speak out, it won't just shake Diddy's reputation. It could send shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry. Other high-profile figures who've been linked to Diddy, whether professionally or socially, might suddenly find themselves under fresh scrutiny. After all, Jennifer wasn't the only one in his circle during those years. What other secrets have been lurking in plain sight? And how many of those hidden truths could come to light if Jennifer decides to open the floodgates? The implications are vast, and the world is watching to see just how far this could reach.
The victim that night at the nightclub shooting, Natanya Rubin, has always said it was Sean Combs who shot her. You have always said you were innocent.
Yes.
You have never said Sean Combs fired the gun. Why?
Well, I didn't see him fire the gun. I'm not going to lie.